Hi guys, it's Lisa here with Losing Lisa RNY. Um, Sorry it's been such a long time since I've been on, but life has been kind of crazy here. Um, I just kind of wanted to give you an update on what's going on with me. I am almost 2 years post-op. I will be 2 years the 27th of this month. And unfortunately, my honeymoon period is over. And it has been for several months, probably starting back in October of this year, maybe even a little bit further back than that. Um, I hit my goal weight about 8 months after my surgery. And once I hit my goal weight, kind of all went to hell after that. I started adding things in, started testing the waters with different foods and seeing what would cause dumping syndrome, if anything. And unfortunately, nothing did. Or if it did, it caused very mild dumping syndrome to the point where, my heart started pounding a little bit and I got sweats, but I never had the severe pain. I never had vomiting or diarrhea like a lot of people do. So yeah, that happened. And the more I started trying things, the more I got back into my old eating habits. And I started binging again. And I gained about 15 pounds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Especially when you were down to, 135. Well, I had gone down to the high 20s, like 127, 128, I think. And then went back up to 135 and was comfortable there. And, clothes were fitting nicely. I was comfortable in all my clothes that I had. And then I went back up to 150. I'm now down to 146. Still not happy with that weight. Still trying to get down even further. But a couple weeks ago, I started in an outpatient intensive. Let me start that again. I started in an intensive outpatient program for eating disorders. Because yes, binge eating is a disorder. So I started that program a couple weeks ago. I'm on my third week in the program, and it is 3 nights a week for 3 hours, and you eat dinner as a group, and you have a group session before and a group session after your meal. I am finding that it's helping, although I still have the urges to binge. I'm finding that I control them a little bit better since I started the program. Although today I just binged, and I hate to put it in quotes because it was still a binge. I ate 4 Russell Stover's sugar-free chocolates. Yes, they're sugar-free, but they're still chocolate. It still has the same taste as regular chocolate does. And I ate 4 of them. There was no need for me to eat 4 of them. So anyway, back to the outpatient intensive care intensive program. This is not... the brain is working faster than the mouth is, I think, or vice versa. Intensive outpatient program. There we go. They have me on a set meal plan. And it includes dessert with my dinner and 2 snacks throughout the day. Now the snacks are fruit with fats, meaning, peanut butter or something like that. Cream cheese, something like that. Or a starch with fats. So one of my snacks throughout the day is a Ozery. It's Ozery muesli round. It's a snack round. It's probably about the size of a silver dollar, probably about that big. It's got nuts and seeds in it, and it's got some dried fruit in it. So that's a carb. And then I put Justin's hazelnut chocolate spread on it. And I like that. I enjoy that. It's something I've been eating for actually quite a while as a snack. And I've felt that with this meal plan, I'm not getting enough protein. So today I started by doing like an apple with a yogurt, or strawberries with a yogurt, or something with yogurt, or there are some meat sticks that my weight loss program recommends, or they're suggested, I guess, or approved. There we go, approved by my weight management program. And I'm trying to balance my weight management program's wants and needs and my intensive outpatient wants and needs. And it's tough. I have not seen my surgeon since I started the intensive outpatient program. And I don't know how much he's going to agree with their eating plan. But I need to do something. I need to try and follow this plan and see if I can make it work, because otherwise I'm going to go back to where I was 2 years ago. And I don't want that. I can't go back to that life. It was no life at all. It was nothing. I mean, I was applying for disability because I was in so much pain all the time. And I do have a chronic illness that causes pain. But since my surgery, my pain has gotten 95% better. I do have flare-ups. I do have days where the pain is worse. But 98% of my days, there's very little pain. I mean, my hands, every morning I wake up, they hurt. But it goes away in a couple hours. I have rheumatoid arthritis. My hands are going to hurt. It affects the hands most of all. My back is, like I said, 95% better than it ever was before. And I can't imagine going back to that life. I have so many things that I want to do and want to try for the first time in almost 49 years. I want to try downhill skiing. I want to go snow tubing. I want to go river rafting or river tubing. I want to go, what's the word I'm looking for? Skydiving. That's one of the things I want to do. This summer I'm going for a hot air balloon ride, and I'm ecstatic about it. Next month we're going to New York City, and I'm going up in the Statue of Liberty, and I'm going up to the Crown. And I don't believe I'm going to take the elevator up at all. I mean, the elevator doesn't go all the way up. It only goes part way up. But I don't think I'm going to take it up at all. I'm going to walk those 300 and some odd steps up to the Crown. I may be out of breath by the time I get up there, but damn it, I'm going to do it because I can. I also want to go ziplining. There's a cool place in Connecticut that does it over a quarry that's filled with water, and I want to do that. I tried water skiing this past summer. I didn't get up, but I tried it, and I tried multiple times, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. I just didn't have the upper body strength to pull myself up and keep myself up. But there are just so many things that I want to do, and I refuse to go back to where I was. So that's why I started this intensive outpatient program. And I recommend anybody that is struggling with binge eating or thoughts of purging or thoughts of withholding food, talk to somebody about it. Reach out and get help, because it's not a joke. it is a disorder, and there is help out there. It took me a while to find something. And even when I did find this program, I hesitated. The first time I went to call, I sat there with my finger over the phone number, and I physically could not click that number. I could not physically do it because I knew what it was going to mean. I knew it was going to mean giving up my comfort, giving up what comforts me when I'm in a bad mood, when I'm feeling down, when I'm happy, when I'm out at a party and I want to have a piece of cake. I didn't want to have to give all that up. And I don't. I don't have to give it up because they do allow you to have a dessert. And, you know, if you have something more, if you're at a party and you have a couple of things, or, you know, one thing, I mean, there's not much that our stomachs can hold. So if you have a small piece of cake, it's not the end of the world. They're there to help you. They're there to help you think of different ways of thinking about it. Like over this past weekend, I had so many urges to binge, and I did not binge. I walked away from the urges, and I don't even know now what I did to convince myself that I didn't need to eat extra food. But I didn't do it. And yesterday in therapy, I talked about it with the therapist, and she said to me, instead of, you know, putting yourself down for having the urges to binge, why not pat yourself on the back for not doing it? And that's just not who I am. I am very hard on myself. I've been my own worst critic for as long as I can remember. And I always see the negative in myself, not the positive. So I'm learning new ways of thinking of things, and I'm trying. I really am. It's hard to change after 49 years of, you know, being taught to think negative things and not be positive with yourself. I'm really trying to be more positive and give myself credit where credit is due. So anyway, just wanted to get on and say, you know, things aren't going so great for me. Unfortunately, I never thought I would be in a place like this again. But binge disorder eating is a real thing, and it's sad that it's not more known to people that it exists and that there is help out there. I don't know how many clinics are out there that, you know, deal with eating disorders, especially binge eating. The place that I'm going to is called Walden. It's Walden. And it's in Amherst, Massachusetts, which is local for me. They do have some other locations in this general area. And I know I have a friend that used to live in, I want to say Ohio, but I could be wrong. And she was actually flown out here twice to go to the Walden inpatient program and for anorexia. And she said they did wonders for her. So I'm hoping that they can do the same thing for me, and I'm hoping, I don't know how long I'm going to be in the program. I have no idea how long it's going to take for me to, you know, start learning different behaviors and thinking different ways. I was hoping it was just going to be a couple months, but I'm really thinking now that I'm already 3 weeks in that it's probably going to be longer than that. So that's my story. That's what's going on with me right now. I hope this video finds all of you doing well and keeping up with your weight loss journey. But if not, seek help any way you can. It's out there. You just have to want it and search for it a little bit. It took me some time to find this program, and it also took me some time to actually make the call. I was really nervous about doing it. I when I did finally make the call, I went through a very depressing period where I was mourning the food that I thought I was going to be losing. You know, the snacks, the binging, all that, because that's what comforts me. That's what makes me feel better, unfortunately. Even though it doesn't make me feel better, because after I do it, I feel sick and I'm mad at myself for doing it. But I literally feel sick because of, you know, my pouch. It doesn't hold that much anymore. And, you know, I'm putting more in it than it is supposed to carry. And I'm hoping that I didn't stretch it. I honestly don't know, but I do feel like I can eat more than I ever used to be able to after surgery. So, enjoy your honeymoon period after surgery. Be careful with your eating. Don't bring foods back in that you don't think you can handle. And if you do start bringing foods back in and get back into your old habits, reach out for help. Either at your surgeon's office or at a program or a therapist or a friend. You know, if there's a friend or family member that you can reach out to that'll help you, reach out to them. Don't be afraid to say, I need help. There's no shame in it. It is an addiction. It is a disorder. And unfortunately, the surgery fixes the stomach. We can't fit as much in. But it definitely doesn't fix what's going on in the head and how we were raised to use food as comfort. And unfortunately, a lot of us that are overweight and obese, that's how we were raised. We used food as comforting, you know, for anything. I mean, good times, bad times, whatever, you know, it's all around us, and we can't get away from it. We just have to learn to deal with it and find other ways to comfort ourselves. So I'm by no means an expert on this yet. It's only been 3 weeks, and I don't plan on ever being an expert on it. There's always going to be things to learn and things to, you know, remember. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm always going to be learning, and it's going to be a lifetime of learning and figuring things out. But I will try and keep you guys up to date. And please subscribe if you haven't, and like this video, and I will try and do better about, you know, getting more videos up on a regular basis. I know I've said that last time, and it just didn't happen. And again, sorry about the dress. I didn't exactly dress for the occasion, but as soon as I got home, I got into my bathrobe because I was tired and just wanted to be comfy. So you have me in my comfy clothes. So I hope all is well with you, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.